Hey everybody, Matt here. I am going to work on Zapier in this quick tutorial. We've had some questions come up about how Zapier works and it gets sales. Zapier's a little tricky and I want to, actually I'm going to start from scratch and I want to show you how Zapier works, a little bit of some of the limitations of Zapier versus how we use our integrations, but let's go ahead and dig in. So I have, just to set up, I have my Fall Fling Gala. It's an old event, which is what I want. I want to showcase a little bit of this. I have two ticket pages and, excuse me, you know, auction purchases and so on. If I go to event payments, you can see here, paid checkouts. I have a bunch of stuff. Now, these are all dated quite a while ago, September 24th, or September of 25 to 2024 and so on. So very old stuff. Now in Zapier, what I'm going to do is I want to set up a Zap. Now let's just get started from scratch. Let's just do create. Create. I'm going to go home, and then a lot of stuff going on this screen. I'm just going to start from scratch. I'm going to click the Zap, and I'm going to ignore this AI thing here. That can get a little bit confusing and a little bit beyond this tutorial. But just for the trigger, I'm going to click on that and I'm going to type in the word ClickBid and choose that 1.0. Now I am going to choose an event trigger, and in this case I'm going to get all the sales from the event, and I'm going to choose an event sale, and then I'm going to select an account. And now I have some accounts set up. If I didn't have an account set up, what I can do is connect a new account, and it's going to want my API token and my event ID. Well, wait a minute. Now, if I want an event ID, that's right here, event ID 10. And then if I want an API, I can go to API settings, and then I can generate a token, and I can choose organization, or I can choose that event number 10. And if I do that, it's going to create a token. I'm going to copy that token. It's going to, let's just do it because I can delete it. No big deal. And I'm just going to call it testing and update. And it's going to give me this token is 8468 pipe HEKZZ blah blah. I'm going to select all of it, or you can do a couple things. You can double click, actually triple click, 1 2 3, and it selects everything. So we want everything from the 8468 all the way to the Y, and then copy it. I'm going to go back to Zapier, and I'm going to, let's go to, oh yeah, I already had it open here. Where is it? Connect an account. So paste in my, now it did a couple extra lines. I'm just going to delete it. So it's just my cursor ends after the Y. There's no extra space there. And my event ID is 10. Connect, and it will finish. Takes a second, has to connect to our API, make sure that everything's good to go. And now I press continue. This is where I think people might be getting a little bit stuck, is that if you press test trigger, nothing is found, no sales. Well, wait a minute, hold up, I've got sales. This is not right. Okay, so the way Zapier works, it's a little bit of a limit. I think of it as a limitation, because what you have to do is you have to set up Zapier before you run your event, because Zapier will not allow us to do what I call a catch-up, where you have elements from, you know, a long time ago, and you want those to get added, and then from then on it just keeps up with what's going on. Instead, what Zapier wants is they only want you to go back maybe a half hour. So that way it's a constant polling. Every half hour it checks for new data, or every 15 minutes it checks for new data. So how do we do that? So let's go to event admin. I'm going to go to my event, and then I'm going to go to tickets, and I'm going to go to my gala ticket. Now notice it didn't have any, when I tested it, I got nothing. It says no sale found. Well, that's because nothing's happened in the last half hour. If I want, let's do launch, enter RSVP ticket. That's what I'm looking for. So what I want to do is, let's just keep going. We're going to buy an individual ticket. All I want to do is create a purchase. Doesn't matter what it is. I can delete it later. Matt Burnell, Matt at clickbidonline.com. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 4. Select an option. Perfect. Grilled salmon. Okay, payment. And I believe, yep, since I'm using RSVP, I can choose cash. and submit. Oh, yeah, I kind of cruised over some of the important bits. So let's just do that. Submit. Yep. And now what I've done is I've created a purchase within the last half an hour. The other option, so we've got a little bit of time to kill, so I've only got a half hour, but the other option is to go into your Butler, and if I want to, if I have a bidder, I can just do, you know, pick somebody like Matt Burnell. Yep, that's fine. Item, let's do donate. Oh, yep, fund a need. I'm going to donate $1 and add, just as a test. When you use the Butler, this is important. You have to check them out first. Our sale tool doesn't, it wants to make sure they're checked out. So go back, so go to Burnell. Where are you? Checkout. So Matt Burnell, checkout. And again, just use cash. You can delete it. What you're trying to do is make a sale that you can then, let's add a phone so there's data. And let's add an email. Example, I think I just don't want to duplicate. So perfect. All right, great. Let's do 123 Smith. You know, you kind of want data to send to Zapier so you can, yes, I live in Grand Haven, Michigan. Uh-oh. Stalker time. Yeah, I got nothing worth stalking here. So, okay, so continue. Payment has been processed, and now I'm going to close. So now I technically have 2 sales that have occurred in the last half hour. Go back to Zapier, test trigger again. Now it's going to test, and lo and behold, it found 2 records. It found, because I did that ticket sale and I did a auction purchase. You just pick one. I'm going to pick the ticket sale. You can kind of look at it here. You can kind of see there. So let's just go with that one. And then if you go to wherever you want to send it, you know, I've in my demos, I've set up Google Sheets, you know, action event, create a spreadsheet row, but you can send an email, you can do all kinds of stuff. That's kind of where the tutorial kind of ends here. I just wanted to show that the reason you might not be seeing something right away is because something happened and it's been outside of half an hour. We don't, like I said, Zapier doesn't want us to do a full historical look back and then pick up from there. Otherwise, they get really frustrated with that and so on. So anyway, hopefully this is helpful. I just wanted to make this available, and yeah, let us know if you have any questions.